And easy too, get back on defense.
The assist from number 34.
Clarkson with the basketball, trailing by 4. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Clarkson with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Can't connect from inside.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Nothing going here on that drive. Trying to cash in. A fundamental shot right there.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
That's the pick. You see it.
Love. Shot from the lane won't go. To Wendell Carter. The pass set it all up.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Now a whistle, and Cleveland is going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play.
Get one for yourself.
Clarkson to Love. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Bulls with it. Count the basket inside.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Driving right to the basket. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Zach LaVine, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
To Love. Here comes the screen. Love to Anthony. There's a pass stolen by Chicago. Porter goes to the right side. For 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Lauri Markkanen snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Throws it down.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Clarkson to Anthony. Has a chance and hits off a killer step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
And he finishes at the rim.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Clarkson with the basketball. His guys down big. Knocked loose. Chicago with the possession. John Henson with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First try, no good. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. To Markkanen. Oh, highlight highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. To Levine. Deep right corner. Porter. Cleans it up. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Cavs at the controls. From the painted area, won't go down. To Zach Levine. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Just off the mark. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Clarkson to J.R. Smith. Here comes the screen. Smith to Love. Lets it fly from long range. His first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
The assist from number 11.
Clarkson with the basketball. Down a bundle. To J.R. Smith. Clarkson. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Clarkson with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Chicago possession. To Porter. Gets it in the right corner. Oh, he had him there for a second. To Levine. It's Henson with the rebound. Clarkson to Anthony. And finishes strong. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Visit our team website for more details.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
To Clarkson. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Why not? Let's keep the crowd in it.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
To Zach Levine. Fires the 3. Zach Levine, good on the quick release that time.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Clarkson to Anthony. Short jumper, won't fall.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
To Levine. Fights through traffic to slam it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Into the game for Cleveland, number 18, Matthew Dellavedova.
Sexton to Anthony. That's rebounded by Chicago.
Here we go. I got him.
To Porter. Has a look.
Box out.
Wide open look, won't go.
The defense has to find a way to become mentally present in this ball game. Another open look, the offense is picking them apart.
Count it.
I can see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
Bulls with the basketball. To Lopez. Count the bucket for two.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Colin Sexton. Pass down low to Carmelo. The Bulls clear the rebound. Knocks it down off the step back.
Ed, I'm telling you right now, that is the move of an assassin.
To Colin Sexton.
Let's go.
Almost unlucky bounce. To Lopez. Count the basket at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Learn from that. You got to be a step ahead of the offensive player. Know that fake is coming again later.
Sexton. Finish that.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
To Porter. 4-3. Another chance. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Cavaliers with the basketball. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Yeah, keep him here. I got help. I got your help. Hands up. We got him.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Deep three at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. It has been all Bulls. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Cleveland has the basketball. Here comes the screen. To J.R. Smith. It was right there. To Lopez. Robin Lopez. 2 now.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. To Markkanen. Nice pass to get things going.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Off the mark on his free throw. Jay, 27 wins a year ago for the Bulls. What can this team be?
They have the potential to be a playoff team, but in order for that to happen, a lot of guys need to take that major next step in their careers. Lauri Markkanen needs to step up. Chris Dunn, his backup role. What position will he play at the PG spot? Wendell Carter, their first-round draft pick, and also Jabari Parker. He is the key cog in this wheel. If he is healthy and plays to the level of expectation that we know he can, this team can make the playoffs.
Dunn.
You're on the island now.
Beyond the arc for three. Buries the trifecta.
C to three, B to three. Some young players look like deer in headlights out there on the court. But you got something different. You got that moxie.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Don't miss your chance at some excellent
To Love. To Anthony.
Screen's coming. Here it is.
They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Down low to Smith. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down?
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. To J.R. Smith. Fires the three. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
To Chris Dunn.
Come on, that's money.
Levine. Zach Levine. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
Another shot won't go either. Markkanen. Goes reverse to lay it in.
And I'll never forget one of my first games playing as a rookie with the Bulls. I talked to Steve Nash, and Steve Nash always used to tell me, the more you come out and you get your teammates involved, the easier it will be for you to score down the stretch. Think about it. You come out, you get 7, 8 quick assists, then a ball fake on the next possession. Ah, he bit, easy layup.
Shot from in close, no good. To Zach Levine. Great feed. Short jumper stays out. Knight into the front court. He'll run the offense. That's out. Last touch by Brandon Knight. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. To Markkanen. Levine. Nice finish at the rim.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
Clarkson to Love. Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Unable to connect on the free throw. Bulls with the rock.
I got ball. I got ball. I got ball. I got ball. That's me.
To Chris Dunn.
Here I come. Here I come.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. To Clarkson.
My ball. My ball. Cutter. Good attack.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Carter comes away with it. Dunn.
Make it tough on
From
him.
long
Make it
range.
tough on him.
That's off the side of the rim. No good. Smith with it up top. Final minute, first half. J.R. Smith with the strong finish. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Cavs at the controls.
Pick up.
Thompson to J.R. Smith. Gets it in the left corner. The drive right to the basket. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Dunn.
There you go. Watch, I got you right here.
Trying to cash in, and he buries it.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
That's going to be out of bounds. Smith the last to touch. That misses with 3 seconds left. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando Sports halftime.
Fellas, back to you.
Clarkson with the basketball. His guys down big, and a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
That's his first personal.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Clarkson to Love. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Bulls have it.
I got this clown. Let's go.
Listen D.
To Wendell Carter. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Has a chance, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game and they get a really good lather.
I got ball.
The jumper's off the mark. Otto Porter with that shot, he's 5 for 8.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Clarkson. To Anthony. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Deep two there, won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Porter. Off the mark.
I missed it.
Cavaliers with the basketball. Clarkson to J.R. Smith. To Anthony. Here comes the screen. Anthony up against Porter. That's usually one that he'll knock down. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
I got ball. Watch cutter.
The screen sets him up for two.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Clarkson with the basketball. Down a bundle. The shot, almost. To Wendell Carter. And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To J.R. Smith. Driving right to the basket. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Levine. It goes down.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Oh, emphatic slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Knocked loose. Zach Levine knocks it down from mid-range. Now the Cavs gonna signal for timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Time to shuffle things up.
Save 10% on all merchandise when you purchase 3 or more items at one of our
Clarkson.
This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
Henson's shot misses.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Not that time. To Levine. Good. Off a spin.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Clarkson to J.R. Smith. To Love. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
And a chance coming up at the line.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Cleveland has the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Oh, bad pass, and the Bulls have it. To Wendell Carter. Markkanen. Great looking vision. And count the basket.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Knight into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. John Henson sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. It's Love with the rebound. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. It's Chicago ball. And a throwdown.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
To Love. Here's a chance from long range. And Kevin Love, no hesitation, hits the catch-and-shoot 3.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Cruises inside for two.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Curling inside. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Zach LaVine. Oh, he had him there for a second. To Porter.
Double team, double team, double team.
Chicago with 4 to shoot. Has a look.
I'm here.
Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
And the basket good at the rim.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Substitutions.
Sexton to Anthony. For three. It's done with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Here comes the screen. Nance. From the outside, no good.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
That pass stolen by the Cavs. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one, count it. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second.
Number 18, Matthew Dellavedova.
To Chris Dunn.
Trap, 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 trap.
Here's Lopez, down low.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Off the assist.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Ball in possession of Cleveland, and they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
That's his third personal foul. Team foul number 4. Chicago Bulls are at the
Sexton to Anthony.
Gotta come through, gotta come through.
Sexton. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Won't go. He needs some. Blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Nance. To Anthony. Not that time.
Ball.
They'll get it down low to Lopez. Robin Lopez. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Colin Sexton.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Anthony. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Chicago basketball. Got it.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
To Colin Sexton.
Ball. Oh,
Drive him.
yeah. Up, baby.
To Chris Dunn. Oh, had him going there for a second.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And he connects on the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second.
J.R. Smith.
Who gonna do this?
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Couldn't keep it in. It's out off Chris Dunn. Sexton to J.R. Smith. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from long range. Smothering D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Now a whistle, and Cleveland is going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
My ball. Take my. Got him.
To Chris Dunn. And counted at the rim.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Cavs at the controls. Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
I got him. Here we go.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Number 11 to the line, shooting 1.
Missed the foul shot. Late heave to beat the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. Nice cushion for the Bulls. The Bulls in possession as we start the fourth.
Let's do it.
Into the game for Cleveland. Number 0, Kevin Love.
Defense.
Entering the game for Chicago.
He gets it.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
Bulls with it. That's no good.
Better than that, baby. It's game time. Rebound.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Can't convert the free throw.
My ball.
They go down low to Anthony. To Clarkson. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short. To Levine. Robin Lopez. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Wendell Carter. Lopez. Jumper's good.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up.
We got him. Here we go.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And so many players, when they come into the paint, they come in with that soft approach. He didn't come in soft at all. He came in with aggression, and he went through the defender. Through, not around. That's key.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Cavaliers with the basketball. Anthony defended by the former Hoya. Screen coming. Probing the defense to Love. Anthony. Can't connect. Levine.
Here coming left.
Tough make through traffic.
I'll tell you what, it's impressive to watch a young player this new to the NBA not be afraid to drive to the basket. It goes a long way in establishing your presence in the league.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
That's me. I got ball.
Short jumper stays out. Clarkson. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand.
I got him. Here we go.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Wendell Carter. Nice pass to set things up.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Clarkson to Love. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Trying to cash in. Thompson. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Cleveland has the basketball.
Pick up. Watch that cutter.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big.
I got him.
To Zach LaVine. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Knocked loose, and that's going to get out of bounds. So it remains Cleveland basketball. Clarkson to Love. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Chicago with the possession.
I got your help.
To Lopez. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Love. To Clarkson. Love to Clarkson. Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go.
Double, 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 double.
Lays it up and in.
That's called escapability right there. Elusive.
Short jumper off the mark. Deep three at the buzzer. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat them by...
The Bulls dominated this game from beginning to end. The scoring display they put on is
Player of the game.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.